Alrighty guys, we are back. Hopefully you can tell that we've added all our white to all the trim, and then we've gone through on all those little notch marks that we made. We've highlighted with black. Hopefully you can tell. We also went through all the notches we made in the beard, highlighted that, and did the teeth. That first row of teeth and that inner row of teeth, and all the wrinkles we added on the face, highlighted those, so when we want to put our actual paint on top of those, that black will show through. So the next thing we're going to do now is let's go ahead and do the horns. Get those out of the way. Because we're going to need gray, so might as well use as much black as we can right now. Seems reasonable. I think, just as a light contrast, after we get this black on, we're going to bride. Did I just say bride? Jesus, what is wrong with me today? We're going to dry brush it with some brown to break up some of that black, give it a little bit more contrast, so it's not just one flat solid color, because I know there's no way in a movie with that kind of budget and how it just looks so amazing on screen, there's no way it was just black. There's honestly probably very little black. It's probably a lot of browns and rust colors and such. But yeah, I can't wait for that. What's his name? Michael Dougherty. I forget his last name. It's either Daughtry or Dougherty. I think it's Dougherty. Michael Dougherty. Anyway, he did the Trick or Treat movie I love so much with that Sam character. I've done him as well, and he did this movie, Krampus, and just his visual imagination. I mean, I know they have a lot of help as far as realizing things, but the director and executive producer and all that really come up with the base of what they're trying to accomplish, and the visuals. The stories are really good too. I'm not going to knock that. I'm not going to leave those out, but he is just so good with his visuals that it's hard not to have a good movie. Like I said, out of honestly, I think a lot of the Krampus movies came out around the same time, because that's just how it tends to go, I think, in Hollywood. I don't know how many times I've seen over the decades multiple movies. I cannot talk tonight, guys. Multiple movies with the exact same plot, characters, all that nonsense, and there's usually only one that really accomplishes the goal they're going for. And in the case of Krampus, I believe, or should I call him Krampus? Krampus sounds kind of country. Krampus, and see now, Krampus monster. Yeah, that sounds a little bad. Krampus. Nah, we'll go with a slight accent. Krampus, since he is kind of a German, Austrian type character. Even though I have no lineage there and do not have an accent, it sounds better saying it that way. But wouldn't it be so much better to have that kind of creature here in the States? Here we got Elf on a Shelf, and there's some wimpy old kids out there that are afraid of that little sucker. I saw on the news the other night, this kid just freaking out because his parents hung the little Elf on the Shelf guy outside the window and or their front door, and one of the kids came down and saw it and was just spazzing out like you wouldn't believe, like just ridiculously upset by it. Like, why are you scared of an elf? But no, the Krampus character, that would keep your kid in line. Might scar him for life in some manners. But he definitely you tell him that there's a demonic Santa twin that'll drag you to hell if you're really bad. And if you're not really bad, he'll just come and beat you with sticks. But if you're super bad, he'll come drag you to hell, put you in a sack. I mean, tell me if that would not keep you in line as a kid. Santa, he'll come give you everything you want for Christmas if you're good. But if you're bad, you're gonna have this monstrosity come, and if you're lucky, he'll just beat you with a bunch of sticks. I mean, tell me that wouldn't have kept you in line as a kid. Although when I was a kid, you get your hind end spanked, and that kept you in line. Why do you think the military uses when we were in it, when I was in, it was called incentive training, or IT. Do you know what incentive training is? That is where they put pain in your body to give you incentive to not keep messing up. And while they cannot physically harm you themselves, and I'm using air quotes obviously, while they can't physically harm you, they can make you do exercises and all kinds of different manner of exercises, and put pain in your body yourself. That's what they call it, putting pain in your body. Because I mean, after a really grueling hard workout, especially in the heat, man, I mean, you hurt, your muscles hurt, you're tired. So what I guess I'm getting at is, spank your kids. It works. And quit giving them so many electronics, man. Seeing 8-year-olds walk around with iPhones and iPads. They know more about technology than I do. That is just insane. And I actually read multiple different articles where if you're under the age of 12, I believe, and you mess with those iPads, Kindles, iPods, and all that, is that it actually stunts your child's cognitive growth. For those who don't know what cognitive is, it's reasoning, thinking, problem solving. So we live in a generation where everybody wants the best for their kids, and gluten-free this and peanut-free and no carbohydrates and no GMOs and blah 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 blah. Yet you're willing to melt their brains with electronics. You're willing to let them be so dependent on electronics that if they get lost, they wouldn't even know how to use a map. Heck, man, there's these camera angles are good, guys. There's a lot of adults nowadays, I bet you, don't know how to use a map if they were to get lost. They stop using signs to navigate their way around areas, interstate signs and stuff like that. Everybody's so complacent, they're used to driving the same path so long, day after day after day, that when it gets changed, I'm trying to get this camera angle for you guys. All somebody has to do is change it up, and boom, everybody is just SOL, don't know what to do. Heck, how many teenagers know how to change a tire if they get a flat? I don't know how many I've seen. They run out of gas. What do? They call their mom and dad or AAA to get them gas. You know what I used to do? Kept a gas can in the car, and you walked your you walked yourself. Sorry about cursed again. You walked yourself to a gas station. If you were close enough, you got out and had your buddies help push you to the daggone gas station. Remember my first car? The gas gauge in it didn't work. So I spent an entire day. I filled the gas tank up, and just drove around all day until it ran out of gas, so I could use the tripometer to tell me how many miles I could get to a full tank, and then just ran the math down from there. Half tank, quarter tank, all that, and ran out. And luckily I ran out just I want to say 50 yards cards from a gas station. And I'll be darned if I'm gonna mix up some great paint while I'm yammering here, guys. I'll be darned if a police officer, while I'm at the back of the car getting ready to push, and I had some friends in the car, police officer comes by and tells me, "Hey, if your car's not running, you need to get it off the street." And I was a teenager at the time, so I was trying to be respectful and everything. But I just looked back at him. I said, "That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm at the back of the car pushing it." I said, "There's a gas station right there. That's what I'm trying to get to. I ran out of gas." And the cop didn't even ask to if I needed help pushing it. Just let me continue pushing it by myself. Luckily, it wasn't that far. But I find that at the time I found it just frustrating and everything. But now look back, it's funny. Like, you see somebody at the back of their car, trunk's not open, your hazard lights are on, and you have the nerve to come over to them and tell them, "Hey, you need to get that off the road." Like, what does it look like I'm doing? It's not a world's strongest man competition where I just go around pushing cars on the road to get a good workout. I mean, seriously, guys. What do some people think, man? Where I live, they seriously lowered the standards of what you need to be a police officer anymore. Before, it was you needed at least 4 years college or 2 years military to become a police officer. Now, all you need is a high school diploma or a GED. Like, are we that hard up? Alright, guys, now we're gonna fix the camera angle. Now we're gonna paint our beard. Heck, I kinda went off left field on that little bit of a tangent there, didn't I, guys? Sorry about that. Wasn't being political or nothing, fellas. I was just kind of reminiscing and kind of went off left field there. And don't give me any hate mail. I'm not bashing nobody. Just literally reliving a life experience.
Well, we found out when the Department of Homeland Security sent a note. The very stern letter to us asking us not to do that again. They ultimately dismissed the whole thing, but we forgot to tell Sal that. We've been planning this punishment for almost a year.
Alrighty. I can't wait to get some paint on his face, guys. And we'll probably wait till the next clip to do that, for the simple fact that I need to look at some more reference photos as to what color his face is, because it's an odd color a little bit. It's like a flesh tone, but it's almost like a grayed flesh tone, like a body that's died or something, and it starts losing some of the color because of lack of blood flow. Like it's an odd flesh tone color on his face. So I'm trying to figure out what colors I need to mix to get that.
This woman is an actor. We're telling her exactly what to say.
Alright, so you understand what you're trying to say. This is not admissible in law, but it will be deposition. Alright.
This is how Sal shows up for official government inquest.
Alright, gotta get his little mustache. Do not get any of this. Sorry if the camera angle's bad, guys. I'm just really got to get this right here, because it's a crucial area. Okay, I gotta hit it a little heavy right here. I forgot to sand or carve off some pin marks. Alrighty, there we go. Yeah. Not great. I think I'm gonna have to dry brush that with a darkened white. Alright, let's dry our brush out. Now we're gonna go through.
Sal, you think you could climb that statue?
And dry brush.
Turn around to your left all the way. You're letting that statue's know. Which one, buddy? The one on the throne? Might get us busted, but I don't think he can go up there. If you're in trouble, we do that for you. Think about it. He said it's fine. Okay.
Dry brushing the gray over our white, and then we highlighted black on there. The reason we're doing this is to try and give it that dirty, ashy look.
You know, I know that you think it's funny, but you trespass on federal property, and you're making a joke of it.
It's crazy. Okay, no problem.
Help me to understand what you do not understand is wrong with this.
Trespassing? Totally got it. So you admit you were trespassing?
So you admit you were trespassing?
Well, no, I admit that. You just said you were trespassing.
You were trespassing, and you were sitting on camera as well.
You can show me where I said
Well,
that.
you said it here.
Sounds good. I know what you said.
Oh
Now
yeah,
that you told me I was trespassing, that wasn't it.
that's looking good.
I feel like you're lying to me. I think
It's
you're lying.
looking good. Cause he can't have no pearly white little
It was very clear.
trim on his suit. He's a filthy demon Santa.
I don't agree with you, but that's okay. If that's what you think.
Yeah, digging that, guys. Are you digging that? Are your camera angles coming out as clear as mine?
Do you understand the possibilities of what can happen to this?
No, no.
That would be the Vegas vacation ringtone. That is my holiday ringtone, everybody. Alright, guys, I'm going to end this clip here, alright? That way I can find out who the hell's calling me. And we'll be back.